Speaking of badasses and Wario, he's a badass, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Not really, but
Not
okay.
really.
Waluigi.
He's got a big ass.
That's true. He kind of does.
Me and Garrett were at Taco Bell today. Again, we go like every Sunday.
Yeah.
Talking about I don't know. We were just talking about like badasses in video games, and I was interested to see like who
we
you
think
guys...
some of the biggest badasses are.
Yeah. Tell me why. I have a little top 3 list for y'all. I want to run by. I'm gonna say my number 3 is Ellie from The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Talk about
That's
a
a good one.
badass. She like goes through all of that hell, and she's like 14 years old. And she's like,
and she didn't take anyone's crap either.
Absolutely. Like she's like, "What's up? I'm gonna beat you with a pipe I just ripped off the wall. I'm gonna stab you with my knife like 80 times.
I want to shoot you with my bow and arrow."
Yeah, exactly. Like she doesn't take crap from anybody.
Yep.
You know, when she essentially, spoilers again, when she essentially got caught by like David in the snow and stuff, she was like, "I'm not scared of you. I'm gonna freaking slaughter you with this machete."
Yeah.
Like
that was pretty gnarly.
Freaking awesome. Like so.
Speaking of powerful female characters, Lara Croft is a really
yeah.
Yeah, we were going to talk about that,
too.
especially in the latest Tomb Raider for sure.
God.
Yeah.
How many people did she slaughter in that?
So she was a
she dealt with a vengeance.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, she was brutal in that game for sure.
Yeah. Did you guys see the 15-minute playthrough of the new game?
Yeah, I did when she's in the forest.
Yeah. What'd you think?
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, looked pretty cool.
It looked a lot like the first one.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely going to play it. I'm excited for
Absolutely.
Even if it was just like the first, I would still play it just because it's Tomb Raider, and I enjoy Tomb Raider.
I love the most recent one, so looking forward to that.
Same here.
Yeah, Lara Croft and Ellie are certainly badasses. Definitely.
Absolutely. My number 2. I bet you didn't think about
Was that
this
your
one.
number 1?
That was my number 3.
Okay.
I haven't even thought about this since we mentioned it at the table.
It's all right. It's all right. It'll come to you.
Yeah.
We discussed it a little bit. I know you got some people in your head, but my number 2. I bet you didn't even think about this one. John Marston
From Red Dead?
from Red Dead.
Yeah.
What a badass. Dude.
He is a badass.
Holy crap! Spoilers for Red Dead. Did you play Red Dead?
Mm-mm.
Holy crap,
You
dude.
can spoil it, though.
He went out like a boss.
He did.
He dies in the end. He's got his family behind him, and he's like, get out of here. And he just,
That's awesome.
in classic Western style, he walks up to his barn doors and just pops them open, whips his gun out, and just gets destroyed.
By like 15 guys.
Yeah.
Westerns are so awesome.
I know.
I wish
Yeah,
we
they
still
are.
had good Westerns nowadays. They just don't make them anymore.
We're waiting for the Hateful Eight.
Yeah, that's
to come
gonna be
out.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
gonna be freaking awesome. But the Red Dead was like the first Western thing I ever experienced, and I like watched Western movies after that game because I was so into them. And like, it's really cool how much inspiration Red Dead took from like all these old Western movies, like Tombstone and 310 to Yuma and stuff like that. Like you can totally see inspiration. But yeah, John Marston goes through the entire game just trying to get his family back, like working for the government, just doing the stupidest stuff, and in the end, he just goes out just like super awesome just for his family and stuff. But yeah, he's pretty freaking cool.
And spoilers again. You play his son's like a teenager when he gets killed at the end of the game, and his son grows up to become his father basically, and you play as his son for like the remainder of the game, and you end up going to kill like the head honcho that had your dad killed at the end.
Edgar Ross. What did he say when he would smack your horse? He'd be like, "What you now?" Like you can never understand what he said.
You're like, like, come on, get.
Yeah,
I can't remember what he said. There's something very specific he said.
Yeah, and I never figured out what he said. But yeah, that was a really cool twist where you just don't even from then on, like all the side missions and stuff, you can finish as his son.
Yeah,
which is really cool. That's when I was talking about Batman dying. I wanted it to be something like that because that like blew my mind that a game did that.
Yeah, it was cool.
So then of course my number 1 is the biggest badass in all of gaming, Kratos from God of War.
Certainly,
like. Talk about not.
I'm going to experience that for the first time in
for sure
a few weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. July 14th, maybe. I don't know. It's in July. That's this month.
Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't seen any
Couple
advertising for that game.
I've seen like something on PSN. That was it. Yeah, that game's freaking
I'm really
awesome.
excited to play that.
Dude, you
It's
just
a fun one.
You slaughter just like
I'm
you
looking forward
kill
to it.
gods, dude. You
Yeah,
just
man.
kill
That's
every
What's more
Slayer of
badass than
gods.
that?
I know. Like I was trying to think of somebody that could like beat Kratos in a fight in video games.
No one.
No one.
Yeah, literally no one.
Yeah. So, and he does it with a frown on his face the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like actually kind of feel bad playing as him sometimes because you have to do just really effed up stuff. So I remember in the first one you had to throw this dude in a cage and he's like screaming the entire time and you just have to like kick him up this hill and then you just light him on fire to sacrifice him to get in like this room. And I just felt awful doing it. I was just like, dang, dude. He wears. You know why he's white?
Why?
That's his wife and daughter's ashes on his body because he killed them. So he wears his like family on his body.
Why did he kill him again? Or did
Because
they get killed?
Ares tricked him into killing him.
That's right.
Yeah, and then he was
Was
like,
Ares the original God of War?
yes.
Okay.
Until in the first game, he kills Ares and he
becomes the God of War.
Then
Yeah.
the gods like kind of condemn him, and that's what the third one's about: is him getting revenge on every god. Poseidon.
Oh, that's such a cool story.
Oh, it's freaking awesome, dude. Just especially that game being on PS3. Like I'm very interested to see what the graphics look like now, but that game was like insane on PS3 technology.
Yeah, and I played that not even like a couple years ago.
I remember
played
you
it,
playing,
and it looked amazing.
Yeah.
On PS3.
There's
so.
a boss in the third one. You fight the dude that the entire first game took place on, and he's just like a boss for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like the scale of the game.
Yeah, he's so huge that you literally like that was the world you were basically on or in the first
like,
one. Was it
like,
the first or second one?
The first one, because you go get Pandora's box
Right.
on the back of this Titan, and you have to kill the Titan by climbing him. You're like a speck on him, and you're fighting this Titan.
That's
and
cool.
It's so freaking cool. I'm excited to hear what you think about that. But
We'll have to do a let's play of it.
oh, absolutely,
Certainly.
for sure. Yeah. Speaking of badasses, we probably already have a Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes let's play out already now.
Yeah.
And Big Boss is certainly a badass.
Yeah,
for
definitely.
sure.
Oh, I know
So
mine.
check it out.
He's
guys.
probably
I know mine.
definitely the greatest secret agent in video games. Certainly.
Oh, absolutely.
So
him and Sam Fisher.
all that
For
tactical
sure.
espionage action.
Yeah.
I know my
action.
ultimate
Espionage
badass.
action. What is he?
Geralt of Rivia.
He is a badass for sure. I didn't
Certainly.
even
No
think
one
about
messes
that.
with Geralt.
I like
So
how he always
Kratos.
keeps
And
it
gets
cool
away with
too.
Except Kratos.
Bet you Kratos would rip him up.
Even when Geralt's in the clutches of death itself, he still
Yeah.
keeps his cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
He always
Well, he
finds
has
a
no
way.
emotions.
Yeah, that's
So-
true.
It helps not to be human, I guess.
Yeah, seriously. Well, I guess he technically is human. He just is void of all emotions.
A
He's
mutated
monster.
human.
He's a monster.
It's a mutant.
Has
a
you beat that
freak.
game yet?
No.
You
Me
haven't?
neither.
Okay. You're almost there.
Almost.
I watched him
I'm
play it last
close
night.
to. I'm gathering the witches. Are they witches? All the
Sorceresses.
Yeah, sorceresses.
and not Nilfgaard,
against the Wild Hunt.
Novigrad.
You got like 4 or 5 more hours probably.
Yeah.
Garrett's probably like 3 and below.
I'm gonna finish Batman before I do that.
Yeah. Batman's a badass too in games.
He
I was
is.
kind of debating on to put that on the list or not because like I don't know if you would consider him just a video game character, but I guess
We could
you
consider him from the Arkham universe. I mean,
Exactly.
Batman, everyone knows is a badass regardless,
Yeah.
but in the Arkham universe, he is definitely a total badass.
Oh yeah, for sure. So
Especially when he literally essentially goes to war almost completely by himself in Arkham Knight and just literally almost does everything himself. and
literally
saves the
takes
day.
on the whole city.
almost.
Yeah.
What if Poison Ivy wasn't there?
Yeah, were funny if he's like, and Poison Ivy, I need you to save all the plants, and in turn also save the city, and she's just like,
No.
no.
Thanks.
Oh, game's over.
Yep.
Probably shouldn't talk any more about that. That's not really a spoiler, but
Right.
whatever. Probably don't need any more of those.
Master Chief's a given. He's a badass.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
that
how?
too.
Okay, he's like what, 20 feet tall or something? Like
No,
how tall
I
is
think
he?
he's like
20 feet.
he's either like 7'5" or like 8 feet tall.
That's
I always
insane.
forget the
Dude,
specifics.
did I read you that fact where his armor weighs half a ton?
Yeah.
His armor weighs half a ton.
You
That's
did tell me that.
Insane.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Nothing short of a badass.
I'm sure there's someone out there, maybe even one of our viewers, that knows all the specifics of Master Chief. I do not personally, but I just know that he's very tall and he's super strong, obviously. And not even just like what he's wearing or like who it's like who he is even cooler. I mean, until Halo 4, he didn't have much emotion either. He always kept his cool. I mean, Halo 4, they kind of brought some more emotion out of him. But Halo 1 through 3, he just like kicks a ton of ass, and it's just so awesome. From game 1 through 3, you just slay all of the Covenant, kill all these bad guys, just destroy everyone, and at the end, just go back into cryo sleep right where you started. Wake me when you need me. That's the coolest freaking ending I have ever seen in my life. But yeah, he's a total badass, and everyone knows that, so we can move on from Master Chief.
Yeah. Master Chief's a badass, and Cortana has a nice ass.
Nice. You just ruined this entire podcast. Yeah, no one's denying that. Cortana is a beautiful AI, that's for sure.
She is a beautiful AI. For sure.
Who's something we're there's I mean
I know
that's the
we're
thing.
missing,
Whenever
like,
we're like
something
trying to think
obvious.
about it, it's so hard. But whenever we're just like off camera talking about it, it's easier. But
we talk about it
there's
forever.
someone
What
we're
about Dungus Story?
Dungus
What a
Story from
badass
Elder
he is.
Scrolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed that Let's Play. You can check it out on our YouTube channel for sure. He's a good
Dungus Story.
he's a good orc.
Yes,
So.
he's the orc champion for sure.
Certainly.
Yes.
That beautiful flaming red hair,
Mm.
that mustache,
That mustache, dude.
Gosh.
curling into oblivion.
Yes. He'll never leave my heart, for
Definitely.
sure.
Wish I had a stash that.
We already mentioned Drake from Uncharted, didn't we?
No.
Yeah, he's a badass.
Yeah, he is. Like, he's a badass just for not dying yet.
Yeah, he's a lucky man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a lot of skill, too, but
Yeah.
he's been in some hairy situations that he's just happened to get out
That
of.
he just slips out
right
of.
at the right time.
Yep.
So,
Typical Drake.
Yep.
Always slipping out.
we mentioned Corvo from Dishonored's a badass.
Oh, yeah, dude.
He's
That guy's
super cool.
Freaking awesome.
He is.
He's probably like the best assassin ever.
He is.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
He would take on any of the Creed people.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah. We mentioned Altair and Ezio. I mean, all the assassins are badass in their own way.
Yeah.
And we were trying to think of, like, what's other than Ellie and
I feel
Lara
like
Croft?
Ezio's the most like memorable. I mean, he had multiple games about him.
Yeah, he's definitely probably the biggest fan favorite out of all of them. But
he had the best personality.
I liked Edward
You could
Kenway
say.
a lot in Black
I did
Flag.
too, yeah.
He was cool.
Edward was cool.
I like
I'll
the,
stand by
the
that,
pirate personality.
saying that was my favorite Creed.
Me too.
Black
I love
Flag.
that game.
Yeah, that was a
It was my
really cool
favorite.
Creed.
And we were trying to think, like, what's another female badass we could talk about in addition to Ellie and Lara Croft? And we were thinking that we can't remember her name all of a sudden, but Anna or something, the new assassin from Syndicate,
I think it's
Jacob's
Anna.
sister.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
Anna?
Something. I don't know.
I don't know. She looks cool though.
Yeah, she looks intense
She's
from that
whooping that
trailer I
butt,
saw.
for sure.
So I'm sure that would be added to the list after
Yeah.
we played that game for sure. So
Absolutely. I look forward to slitting some throats as her.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And there's that
absolutely.
female character in Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah,
Yep.
she looked freaking awesome.
Mhm.
Talk about that. I'm like, holy crap.
It's got to be like one big one. I mean, you could mention like Marcus Phoenix from Gears. He's a badass.
Is he?
Yeah,
He
he has a chainsaw on his gun.
Well, all of them do.
Yeah, well, any character from the Gears universe, you got to be a badass to be a. What do they call them? The
COG unit
yeah,
or
like
something?
they call them COG soldiers, the Coalition. I know they're
Yeah.
part of the Coalition. No, they call them Gears. The guys that are part of the COG are called Gears.
they are?
That's like their class of soldier, I think, and that's why the game's
Okay.
called Gears of
I
War.
don't remember that.
Because they said
That's
they're
pretty
like
cool,
they're
though.
like Gears in the COG of
Okay,
war.
so that's why Black Tusk Studios is now called the Coalition.
Yes,
is due
because
to
they said they
that.
want to be known for making Gears of War games.
Okay,
Mhm.
that makes more sense then.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I guess. I'm trying to think about Marcus Phoenix though. Like, does he do anything not with his gun? Like, has he ever like
Curb stomp some people.
Curb stomp? Yeah, that is pretty
He
cool.
smashes people's head with the butt of a sniper rifle as one of the assassinations and
You're right.
or executions in Gears 2. Remember all those cool executions in Gears 2? It was awesome.
Oh, holy crap! Yeah, it went from just like the original, just pushing X to curb stomp, to just like
Whichever weapon you were holding would do a different
horrendously
one. Like remember you
mutilating
could take the torque bow and put their head where the bow is and then you kick their head off with it. That was awesome. And then and finally, remember they talked about putting this in Gears 2, but they thought it'd be too brutal, which is funny because it's Gears of War. But not until Gears 3 they implemented where you were a locust, you'd rip a cog's arm off and beat him to death with their own arm that you ripped off.
Okay, so I want to talk about Gears of War 2 real quick.
Mhm.
All right, we were waiting for this game to come out forever.
Yeah.
And I think we've already discussed this, but the minute I got home with the game, my parents were like, Preston, we have to go see Madagascar 3.
Yeah.
Or Madagascar
It was
2.
I thought it was
whatever.
Shrek.
No, it was Madagascar.
Okay.
I remember it was the second one.
Yeah.
They go to Africa.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh my God. So I go and see Madagascar 2, and I'm just sitting the entire time in that theater going like, please, please, please let this be over. And I actually enjoyed the movie, quite a bit. It was pretty funny. Then I finally get home and I'm like, yes, I can finally play this game. I play through the story a little bit and you guys invite me online.
Yeah.
So I join your session and I probably haven't talked about this a lot, but I'm known as a very quick button masher.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're talking about the chainsaw duels.
Yes.
Okay.
So I can push a button pretty freaking fast.
Mm-hmm.
And so the chainsaw duels were implemented,
Mhm.
and all it required was for you to push B.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, oh, so you mean I just win every time?
Yeah.
Essentially. So I get in the first chainsaw duel with you.
Yeah.
You were the first guy I ever chainsaw
Really?
dueled. Yes.
Wow.
I remember this vividly.
Okay, I don't remember this at all.
Due to my constant throwing of the controllers and stuff, my controller was just destroyed.
Yeah.
I get in a chainsaw duel with you, and the prompt to come up happens. The minute I hit B, the worst sight I ever saw came up. Your controller has disconnected, and my heart literally dropped. and it wasn't even a competition. You just went right through me. Oops. And I will never forget that, because I knew that like I was just gonna destroy you. I knew it was gonna happen.
Well, yeah,
and you went right through.
I was gonna end you.
I rarely won the chainsaw duels. I can't press a button very fast. So
I'll never forget that, because it devastated me. That my
sure
first
did.
one ever, my controller just pooped out, and that happened until I got a new controller. Like, I couldn't play that game because just me rapidly hitting the button would like disconnect the battery pack.
Yeah.
So, my goodness.
I remember your PS3 controllers were always beat up.
All my controllers were destroyed because I was just a little bitch. I couldn't take anything. I think we talked about it in our Rage video.
Yeah.
But I destroyed my PlayStation 3 controller playing The Last of Us. I like picked up my bed and like smashed it on the ground and just like threw my PlayStation controller like across the room. And those things were so fragile. It just exploded, and I taped it back together. Yeah, I don't. That was like a phase I went through, I guess, because Garrett was just at my house for the 4th of July, and I was showing him like all the marks on my wall from me just being like a baby.
All the battle scars of throwing stuff.
God, that was so stupid. I have to fix those, like patch them up or something. Oh, speaking of badasses, I'm a pretty badass dude for busting holes in my wall.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Any more badasses, guys? Badasses?
Honestly,
I'm sure we
can't
could go
think of
on
any big
forever,
ones.
but
Tell me how many times we said badass in this discussion.
yeah, we should have a counter. It should be a
Super
drinking game.
badass.
Bing, bing. Just like a little counter going down.
So we're gonna take a shot of the most hardcore alcohol you have every time we say badass in this video.
Yeah,
You'd probably be dead by the end of it.
probably. I don't even know
Shots of Jaeger.
what it,
2 shots of Jaeger. Tequila.
what is the
beer,
most hardcore alcohol shot you could take?
like
The way I
moonshine?
even said that.
Moonshine, probably?
Alcohol shot. Moonshine?
I would imagine.
Okay,
so.
when I was a server at Cheddar's, and this one guy asked for this particular shot, and I was like, okay. And I went to the bar and like typed it in, and she was like, holy crap, like that's some hardcore stuff. And I was like, oh really? And he took one shot, and they had to physically drag him out of the restaurant. I was like,
Why
what
did they
did
sell
you
something
give
like
him?
that?
It was called like,
gasoline.
yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Gasolina.
It was called like 1080 or something like that. I have no idea what it was, but this guy was just hammered in one shot.
Man.
It's like, holy crap. I mean, I think he was just pretending, maybe. I don't know.
Good times.
Anywho, he wasn't a badass.
No,
That's
certainly
for
not.
sure.
Well,
I think that's it.
yeah, I can't think of anyone else off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
sure there's
God.
plenty out there. Definitely
We've named
let us know in the comments what you think
For sure.
some of the biggest
Refresh our
badasses in
memory.
games are.
We'll
Yeah,
probably like
certainly.
read the comment and be like, well, duh.
Yeah,
Should've
same thing
thought
goes for the
about that.
franchises as well.
Yeah.
We want to know some of your favorite franchises.
Yeah. And if you have any topics for us to talk about whatsoever in this drought of game news, we're just having fun just discussing random things. So we hope you're enjoying it as well.
Yeah, definitely let us know any topic ideas whatsoever you guys have.
Yeah. We'll pretty much take anything at this point. I think next week we're going to talk about like our favorite clothing company or something like that.
You know, another be a fun one to talk about one
What's
week
that?
is our favorite boss battles in video games.
Oh,
Oh,
I
man.
like that. We got to do that one
That'd be
next
a good
Good
week.
choice, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're coming up with everything recently.
Yeah.
I think you came up with
Good
all 2 of our
job.
topics this week,
Really?
besides The Last of Us. Yeah.
Hmm.
You did the franchises and the badass.
Well, the franchise is kind of a team effort because
Well-
it started as our favorite game trilogies and then it evolved into
Yeah.
franchises.
Yeah.
So
because we were thinking about like if any trilogies like are actually in existence. It seems like every game that has a trilogy already has a 4th game by now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if it's not out, it's coming out.
yeah,
So
Diablo.
you're right.
That was a great trilogy.
You're right.
I didn't play the first one, to be honest, so
How do you know it's a great trilogy then, Jacob?
good call.
well,
Yeah.
if it's made
The
it
second
to,
and
if
third
it's made
one
it
are
to
really
3
good.
games, it must be pretty good.
Yeah, it must be. Because Risen was a fantastic game and it got 3 games.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
It's a really bad game.
Ah,
Yeah.
It's probably a reason why we haven't heard about it.
Probably. But I think that'll do it
certainly.
for episode 18 of the It's Obvious Gaming Podcast, the show where my 2 best friends and I get together every single week to discuss video games, obviously, of course.
We're on an AM radio station now.
Yes.
For the outro.
Yes.
What was Pew's station?
I forgot.
9205.
Let's kind of leave that
View.
away.
The Pew.
Leave that away.
Leave it away. Yeah, we've been talking, we obviously have like English degrees, as you can tell from us
Obviously.
talking, obviously. But if you like this show, please let us know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, all that common YouTube stuff. Go follow us on Facebook, Instagram, like our cute pictures we post.
Mm-hmm.
Follow
Twitter.
us on Twitter too.
Yeah.
I'll tweet at you, whatever the kids are doing these days.
Certainly.
All that cool stuff. So I think that'll do it this week for us.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I had fun talking about this stuff today.
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, of course.
I know
Thanks
we have to
for-
pay
I'm always
you
here for the podcast.
to pay you a hefty amount of money to get you here every week. I know you have a busy schedule, but thanks for taking time out of your day and taking our money to be here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I enjoy making money off you guys.
Thanks.
I'm sure you do. But anywho, I hope to see you lovely people out there next week.
Certainly. Thanks for joining us.
right.
Have a good week, guys.
See ya.